Welcome to Always Done Dirty Presents A Nightmare on Netflix.
The online review show where we pay for our horrors.
Today we have an especially terrifying subject.
Yes, the 2014 Cabin in the Woods teen horror spoof movie, Zombeavers.
In line with the popular trend of putting zombies into already established genres, director and writer Jordan Rubin brings us his magnum opus, melding rodents and the undead.
Adding itself to the pantheon of zombie mashup movies like Dead Snow, the 2009 Nazi zombie flick. Zombeavers has definitely carved out its own furry niche in the world of awfully shitty movies.
With that being said, it's not hard to see why Zombeavers has garnered a decent amount of attention from curious zombie lovers and film critics alike. But we're here to wade through this pond-sized pool of shit to see if this movie is as bad as it sounds.
So cuddle up with your significant other and prepare for the worst Netflix and chill ever. This is Zombeavers.
Our film opens up with two guys driving down a long country road.
She's pregnant again. You know, so we're going back down to the clinic. She's crying, do you love me, and all that type of stuff. I told her I did, but do you think that means I'm going to hell?
Hey, look, it's Bill Burr, an actual comedian. Maybe there is some hope for this movie.
I doubt it.
You think that means I'm going to
Bill
hell?
is telling us about his homosexual relationship.
You know, I dated a guy once.
Could I hear all about it?
I mean, there's not a lot to tell. It's like one of the easiest weeks of my life other than the sex. That was brutal. You know, it's not the dick, it's the whiskers, man. It just creeps you out. You know, we just agreed on everything. Want to get some beers? Yeah. Want to watch the game? Absolutely.
You get beers, and we watch the game. I hear a lot of myself in this story.
There's none of you in this story, man. It was a one-time thing.
When he's distracted from the road by a text message.
Hey man, you see that deer up there?
You know what the real horror is in this movie?
The CGI beavers?
No. Texting and driving.
This results in him hitting the most visible deer in history, giving the truck an old-fashioned hillbilly car wash.
The force of the crash causes a waste container to fall off the back of a truck and into the river nearby.
I didn't see the deer. I see him now.
After the opening credits run, we meet one of our main characters, Jen, while she cries in a public bathroom. This upsets a trucker who is just trying to answer nature's call.
Got a shit.
I don't mind doing anything you ask me to do.
Jen quickly returns to the car before the trucker makes her squeal like a piggy, reuniting her with her friends Zoe and Mary.
What took you so long?
They were out of toilet paper. I had to use my hand.
I slit it on this shitted, damn it.
You suck.
I know. Hey.
The girls make a bunch of awful small talk where they lay down the rules of the weekend at the cabin. No texting and no guys.
That sounds so awesome.
Shut up, Zoe.
Maybe this is a bad idea. I don't want you guys to have a lame weekend.
Yeah, we know that's asking you to give up a lot.
Only about 6 inches.
Dude, they just cleared the whole horror movie trope checklist. One girl's a whore, the other one's a prude, and this girl's just gross.
That is so gross. Yeah, next subject, please.
Mary, does your cousin Shaq have electricity? Why? Do you need a place to plug in your vibrator?
How dare you?
Then Mary has the audacity to turn on the radio, releasing the screams of hell.
Mary? You seriously like this? You seriously don't?
Don't listen.
Can't believe I'm friends with
I
you
wish
who
they
have
would make
lived
this
for
shit
3
step music stop. Now that we've bandaged up our ears, we come upon a scene of a young boy who is somehow a father enjoying a day of fishing.
The boy is surprised to find out that he's hooked onto something larger than he thought, and is seemingly killed by a POV shot.
The girls finally arrive at their final resting place, a cabin, when an elderly woman finds out about the subplot of this movie. Jen's boyfriend has cheated on her, causing the girls to leave their men behind.
Number one, dad. I wonder if his niece and daughter would agree, since they're the same person.
What about his son nephew?
We were supposed to have torrid getaway sex, but Jen's dad cheated on her, so...
Zoe is acting like a huge bitch to the old woman, which makes her reveal too much information about her daughter's sex life.
A real whore. Sometimes she brings people home, I don't even know what sex they are.
Jen goes into yet another bathroom to find out, like in all horror movies, your cell phone has no service. Should have upgraded to Verizon's protection from Death in the Woods package.
The women decide to take a dip in the pond to satisfy their boredom of not being able to post a Facebook status.
If I'm getting anything out of being stuck in the middle of nowhere, it's a tan without lines.
Finally, we have tits.
What is that? Looks like a beaver dam.
They see evidence of beavers being in an area as they inspect the dam. They see all the contents from the broken keg.
Please cover up at least while we're walking around.
When out of nowhere, a bear attacks.
I'm scared. Are we okay? Just gonna back up real slowly.
The bear is scared away by the gunshots of the Prince Charming of this film.
Oh my god, a man with a gun, thank god.
Thank you so much.
Look at you three little heifers. My name's Smith, with a Y. Just in case you girls need to write me a check one day.
Now please, Mr. Smith with a Y, shoot us so you can end our misery.
You know, I think the bear just ran away from the set because he didn't want his name in the credits of this shit show.
Lucky him.
Nighttime descends upon the cabin while the girls play the most fucked up game of Would You Rather ever.
Would you rather watch your mom get murdered by your daddy or get raped by your daddy while your mom had to watch?
Holy fuck! Rape and murder? A third option would be to be forced to watch this late-term abortion.
Sign me up for the rape and murder.
Zoe, that's awful.
Would you rather? Answer it.
I guess get raped by my dad. What was that?
It's your daddy, Jen.
Yeah, he's come to collect.
Oh, real funny.
A knocking at the door causes the tensions to rise
No, seriously,
as
what the
Zoe
fuck
goes
is
to
that?
investigate.
Well,
We are then treated to quite possibly the worst thing ever filmed.
Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen. They're setting us up for a spooky, scary jump scare.
it's locked. Mary, it's okay, just...
And it's shit. After that horror, we are introduced to the men, purely here to allow for sex scenes and to pad the body count. Their names are Tommy, Buck, and Sam.
Sorry, babe. Buck talked me into it.
Yeah, I had to drag his ass all the way up here, and the whole time he's like, wait, no. Wait, Mary said that we're not supposed to come. Mary said that it's just girls' night. Mary wants to just be with her vagina all weekend.
Would any of you ladies care to come inside and join me? Cause
Sam and
there's no
Jen
beer out
awkwardly try to talk through their problems, while the others are off having sex.
Stopping by.
You know, I wish this was a porno, so I could just see their beavers and get this torture over with.
I swear to God, man, this is the longest time I've waited in a porno to see someone's beaver.
Want to talk about it? Who is she? Do I know this little whore?
What is that? See, we do. I knew, but I was really drunk.
You know what? If you're not going to answer my questions, then we have nothing else to talk about.
Just come here.
Don't touch me.
Better?
This subplot of who kissed this douche isn't even compelling at all.
Let me go. I'll scream.
Join the club.
Jen then shows off her Muay Thai skills on Sam.
Nice one, Blondie.
Right in the day.
Miss you too.
Yet another scene takes place in the bathroom.
What is with this movie and bathrooms?
I think it's a metaphor for this movie being a pile of shit.
Buck, I swear to God, I'm gonna stick that bat up here.
And we finally get like a Zombeaver a third of the way through the movie.
Ridiculous.
This leads the boys to try and take care of the beaver.
Oh, there's no way I'm drunk enough for this.
Tommy hits a home run on the beaver, and the group throws away the remains. Then the group tries to figure out what they should do next.
Maybe we should just go home.
What?
Yeah, no, Jen, we drove 4 hours to get here, okay? My foot's still asleep from the ride up.
I don't care about your foot, Buck.
This could be our last night. This may sound crazy, but we need to have an orgy. I'm not fucking around.
I think Buck is onto something here. All for the safety orgy?
Aye. The next day, the teens decide that a nice swim will raise their spirits. This is working for Buck and Tommy, but then, a revelation in the case of Who Kissed Sam.
She has me analyzing every line and every pixel, trying to figure out who it is you're on top of.
Well, I guess it's safe to say that she doesn't know that it was you.
You happy?
The group convinces Jen to get into the water.
How it happened, but it did.
Huh, nice callback to Jaws.
You know, quoting good movies isn't gonna save your sinking ship of a movie, Zombeavers.
Happy?
But before she's completely in, Buck is attacked from below.
No, I swear to God, you guys, something just fucking hit my foot. Oh, look, Buck feels it too.
Wait.
Huh, it looks like the Zombeavers wanted a lucky Buck's foot.
Jen runs away to the cabin while her friends face certain death on the raft. Bitch.
So, this formula for zombies can give you intelligence, make you come back from the dead, and also make you aware of how telephone wires work.
Yes, science!
But she's also attacked in the kitchen. That douchebag Sam throws a dog into the water to give them an opening and swim to shore.
Sorry, buddy. Surf's up!
No, not the true hero of the movie. The dog. You know, I think he's hungry for her beaver.
I guess that makes it a cannibal.
Giggity.
As the action subsides, Tommy and Jen are blindsided by the revelation of who was in the picture kissing Sam.
There's still no dial tone.
What, did the beavers do it? Yes, science!
It's between us and a dog. I'm gonna pick us every time. If that's what makes me an asshole, then so be it, man.
He was more than a dog.
He was a fucking national hero.
You, I hate you. I'm gonna take you. Get off of me, Mary. Stop. You stop. You would take his side. I'm not taking anyone's side. Oh, yeah? Tell that to Jen.
Mary, what is she talking about?
That's right, Jen. The girl in the stupid picture with Sam. It's fucking Mary.
Tommy decides that he will go out with Buck to get him to a hospital and to get the rest of them some help. Zoe comes along to further separate the group and for moral support.
You stay here with the girls then. I'll get Buck to a hospital and send back help. Give me Buck's foot.
I'm going with you. Oh, Zoe, you can't. I have to.
As Tommy, Buck, and Zoe get away, the cabin is besieged by the Zombeavers. They then get the idea to board up the windows, which should have really been done after the attack on the lake.
God, you really are a pussy. Move.
We've got to board up all of these windows. I'll do the heavy lifting. The girls are safe with me.
You never did know when to mind your own
Across the
business.
way, the elderly couple from before hear the noise and is curious to what is going on. This doesn't last long, though, as the dog transforms into a Zombeaver.
Because you know, I might just have to stay for their party.
Ew, pig.
The trio in the car are stopped by a tree in the road laid down by the beavers. Tommy exclaims that there's no way around the tree, except for going up the small incline to the side of it. But then again, it is a hybrid. It probably couldn't make the trip.
Oh, shit.
Tommy finds a truck with weapons and decides to be a hero.
Here.
What the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Just take it, please.
Should we go back to the cabin?
Not just you guys.
What? Wait.
I'm gonna go get some more guns, load up the trunk. You get everybody back to the cabin. Please, get in the car and turn it around.
Wait. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go ahead on foot and get some help.
I'm sorry I never ate your pussy. I'm gonna go back and eat all of it one day.
It's okay, baby. We're gonna get out of here, okay?
It just smells so bad.
When he's killed by the beavers who drop a tree on him. Zoe and Buck are then saved by Smith.
You.
Looks like you're hemmed in a little bit. Let's take my truck.
We have to save my boyfriend.
Well, come on, let's get him. Get out of here.
Damn it.
Back at the cabin, a beaver starts to break through their barricade because, you know, they chew through wood for a living. Smith then explains that he found a beaver himself that should have been dead.
Whatever these beavers got out here, I ain't seen nothing like it before.
Yeah, no kidding, mister.
Caught one in a trap early this morning. Only it weren't dead. And trust me, it should have been real dead.
As Smith's crew returns to the cabin, they see the beavers are watching them from the shadows, Jawa style.
And Buck!
How did they get back so fast?
The door's all boarded up.
They can't get into the cabin fast enough, so they run out to the old couple's house for shelter.
Hey, you guys, you better turn around.
Filthy, hairy beavers.
Oh, Manson!
Baby, come on, get up, get up.
Oh, Manson!
It's okay, baby. Come on. Just a little bit further.
Boom! Headshot!
They come to find the house a mess, with the occupants dead. They also see that the phone cables have been cut, as well as the cabins.
They couldn't be biting through the phone lines on purpose, could they?
Science.
I'm sorry, you want some...
Smith explains that the chances of them making it through the night outside the house are slim to none, just like the chances of being able to reattach Buck's foot.
Road's blocked. Sure as hell can't get through on foot. In pitch dark, with or without carrying the big fella. Plus, beavers are generally more active at night. So I suggest maybe we hole up here until the morning. Then one or two of us could make a go at it.
When they switch to the cabin where it seems Mary and Jen are about to get hot and heavy.
This lesbian action is a fake out though, as Jen succumbs to the injuries she had before and turns into a Zombeaver, attacking Mary.
Come get your tickets here. Beaver versus Beaver. It's the fight of the century.
Sam comes to her rescue and they escape.
In the house, Buck meets the same fate, attacking Smith and killing him brutally. Zoe protests but is forced to run away from her former lover.
Betrayal.
Once again, holed up in a bathroom, Sam and Mary discuss their options when a Zombeaver tunnels through the floor. At least there was some foreshadowing in this train wreck.
They're fucking everywhere. Oh, the truck. The truck, it was still running last time I checked.
I'm not gonna make a run for it.
Zoe's then attacked by the old lady and decides that her best course of action is to jump out a 2 to 3 story window. Probably wasn't the best idea.
Back in the bathroom, we have the absolute dumbest sex scene in a movie as Sam and Mary fuck during a Zombeaver outbreak.
What's this?
This leads to a satisfying vengeance kill as Zombie Jen gorily bites off Sam's cock.
The Zombeavers have set the cabin ablaze as Mary tries to find an exit. She is saved by Zoe pulling a mean Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah!
True drive off as the Zombie Smith snipes the fuck out the truck, causing it to crash.
Oh shit! Zoe!
All of the Zombeavers and their victims show up to feast, even the bear.
Is this truck fucking covered in honey?
We are then treated to one final jump scare as Jen pops her head in the car and then has it popped by being run over by the truck. Then Zoe says she never liked Jen anyway.
I never liked that bitch anyway.
Then, in an act of expected betrayal,
Betrayal.
Mary pulls out a gun and threatens to kill Zoe, believing she was bitten.
You got bit, and we both know that you're gonna turn into one of those things.
One for all and all for one.
She does this herself before turning, meaning she was going to kill Zoe, knowing full well that she too would turn. All these characters are unlikable as fuck.
Making our way to the road, Zoe is met with 2 tons of irony as the 2 guys from the beginning play out the same scene as before with the deer. We are treated to the ending of this fucked up excuse for a movie.
Roll credits.
You know, on a positive note, the outtakes were pretty funny. And you know, this was a pretty strong attempt at a satire of the horror vacation genre. And you can tell that they put some effort into it. But I just feel like if they had just used some of the outtakes or alternate shots that showed off some of the cast's strengths better, it would have been a better attempt. But it just hits off the mark. So, you know, if they had just used those shots instead of having them on the cutting room floor, maybe this would have been a little bit better. But to me, it wasn't that bad. There are worse movies on Netflix, but if you're looking for something that's a little fun and that's not that bad, just a stupid horror movie, I think this is worth a try.
Zombeavers, in my opinion, is a movie that I think tries to be so bad it's funny, but it's kind of just missing that last little edge, because it's like bordering on from whether being so just bad to just so funny. Like, it tries to make jokes at old horror tropes, but the jokes are kind of just not that creative. It's just you got your 3 basic archetype characters, loudmouth, girls, things like that. I did like Zombeavers, but I just felt like it was just missing that last little bit of comic edge to push it right over that limit. I mean, from where I'm looking at it right now, it's not so bad, it's funny. It's bad, and it's, I admit, kind of funny, but
in regards to that type of genre, I think there's slightly better movies out there. If Birdemic, I would say, attempts to be so bad it's actually funny. This had more of a production value and seemed like it was made by more competent directors, so that it seems like you could have been more creative with the characters. If you want to watch a bad horror movie on Netflix, then I would definitely give this one a watch. I'm going to give this one, personally, 2 middle fingers.
Same for me. Hey guys, thanks for watching our episode of A Nightmare on Netflix. And if you like this or any more of our stuff, you can just subscribe, like, and give us a comment, and we'll try to get some more content.
And if you have any other recommendations for Netflix movies, don't be afraid to message them to us.
We're willing to take anything at this point. We're looking for some shit.
Yeah.
The worst of the worst.
We're trying to comb through Netflix's nightmare.
Yeah. So please give us some more terrible, terrible nightmares on Netflix. Peace.